Hello everyone, I'm Trockers. In this lesson, we solve a ZIMSEC June 2007 paper 2 question on equilibrium of coplanar forces and apply its conditions step by step. Okay, so the question reads, the diagram above shows a body of mass 4 kgs on a smooth horizontal table. Two forces P and Q act on the body at angles of 45 degrees and 60 degrees to the plane. If the body is in equilibrium, show that Q equal to 8G over 1 plus square root of 3, and hence find P in similar form. Right. So guys, we need to understand this question very well. So it requires us to resolve the forces into components. We have horizontal and we have vertical components, right? And also, we need to understand when the question says the body is in equilibrium. So here, if a body is in equilibrium, it occurs when forces acting on that body balances each other such that the resultant becomes zero. So what it means is that there is no acceleration. So it's either it is stationary or it's moving at a constant rate. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Right. So allow me to redraw this graph quickly. So we have this diagram, so we have this diagram here, right? Okay, so before we tackle this question, guys, we need to understand about forces in common mechanics features. So for example, if we have a body here resting on a horizontal plane, what it means is that we are going to have a normal force, a reaction here, right? Then we have our weight, right? It's m mass times acceleration due to gravity. Then this is applied force. Then we are going to have friction, right? On the opposite side. Then if it's resting on an inclined rough plane here, right? If this is an inclined rough plane, again, we are going to have our reaction, which is perpendicular to that. Then we have our force of gravity there. Then that's where we have our applied force or tension, right? Then we have our friction. But now, for this weight here, we need to understand that here we have, when it's perpendicular there, it's mg cos theta, so we're going to add another force if we resolve the mg sine theta. Right. So with that being said, now we need to resolve the function. We need to resolve these forces here. Right. So firstly, when we are resolving, we have to resolve vertically and we need to resolve horizontally, right? So to resolve vertically, so here, since this is 4 kgs, right, it's going to be mass times acceleration due to gravity. So this is, that's 4g, right? Then here, so when we resolve, this is P, so that's opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Then again, we have op and hyp, right? So if we resolve vertically, it's gonna be opposite. So it will be P sine, right? It will be P sine 45 degrees, right? If we do it horizontally, it's going to be P cos 45. And here it's Q cos 60. And here it's P sine 60, right? So these two forces, we are going to add them together, right? So I think we are done there. So allow me to write these forces here because I need them, right? So here we have P sine 45 plus P sine 60. It's not P, I mean it's Q. Sorry, this is Q. So plus Q sine 60, and here we have Q cos 60, and we have P cos 45, and we have 4G. Right. So once we are done resolving here, guys, what we need to do now, remember we are trying to show that Q is equal to, so we need to show that Q equal to 8G over 1 plus square root of 3. Okay, no problem. So remember, these forces are in equilibrium. So what it means is that these two are equal and those two are equal. So firstly, we are going to say P cos 45 equal to Q cos 60, right? So Q is equal to, or maybe Q is equal to P cos 45 is root 2 over 2. So it's root 2 over 2 divided by cos 60 is 1/2. So if we keep change flip, Q is going to be, let me, because I need Q there, so let me isolate P. Okay, when I isolate P, so P is going to be Q cos 60 over cos 45. So cos 60, it's 1/2, and cos 45, it's root 2 over 2. So when I keep change flip, it's gonna be Q 1 over 2 times 2 over root 2, which is just Q over square root of 2. So that's how I get what? That's how I get P, right? And also, I need to know that, P sine 45 degrees plus P sine 60 is equal to 4G, right? P sine this plus Q, I don't know why I'm continuing to make the same mistake, plus Q sine 60 is equal to 4G, right? So now remember it's in exact form, so we're going to express it in terms of G. So now what it means is that Q sine 60 is equal to 4G, right? Over P, okay, let me leave it there for a second, sorry. Let me replace P with that. So Q sine 45 over root of 2 plus Q sine 60 equal to 4G. I can take out Q. Then here, if I simplify sine 45, it's root 2 over 2 divided by root 2, right? Plus sine 60. Sine 60, it's root 3 over 2. Sine 60 is root 3 over 2, right? Equal to 4G, right? So here, Q is equal to 4G over, so if I keep change and flip, it's going to be 1/2 plus root 3 over 2. So Q is equal to 4G over 1 plus root 3 over 2. Keep change flip, Q is equal to 8 over 1 plus root 3. Right. So this is exactly what we are required to show. Right. So when we are done with this now, guys, the question says, show that Q equal to 8, there's a G, sorry. So equal to 8G over 1 plus root 3, and hence, you're going to use the above result. Find P in similar form. So to express P in similar form, remember, P is equal to Q over square root of 2, right? So P is equal to Q over square root of 2, right? So it is equal to Q, it's 8G over 1 plus root 3, right? Divided by square root of 2. So if I keep change flip, it is going to be 8G over root of 2, because here it's 1, or it's, okay, root of 2 times 1 plus root of 3, right? Which is equal to, it is just 8G. You can either leave it like that, over, right, this and that, it's the root of 2 plus root of 6, right? So we have expressed G in terms of this, or you can either leave it like that, or you can say it's 8G over root 2, 1 plus root 3. So we can rationalize, multiply top and bottom by that, right? Such that this and that becomes 2. So it becomes 2 into that, it's 4 root of 2 G over 1 plus square root of 3, right? Over square root of 3. So you can either leave it like that, or you can express it anyhow, but this is the answer, right? This is the answer, guys. So remember, guys, when we are answering questions on forces, you need to draw the diagrams accurately, and you also need to know how to resolve components. And once we do that, that's the only key on mastering how to solve questions on equilibrium and forces. I will see you in the next video. Take care.